Good morning, one and all. Law is not law if it violates the principles of eternal justice. This gathering today is a testament to our shared vision of upholding justice through academic excellence and meaningful dialogue. We are all gathered here for the inauguration of the 26th International Seminar on the topic Medical Ethics and Health Law, organized by Kerala Law Academy Law College in association with the Center for Advanced Legal Studies, the research wing of Kerala Law Academy, along with IQAC KLA. The Kerala Law Academy Law College, established in the year 1966 under the visionary leadership of the late Dr. N. Narayanan Nair Sir, is a venerated institution that has long served as a crucible for legal scholarship, societal reform, and civic consciousness. Over the decades, the Academy has cultivated an educational environment where academic rigor intersects with real world relevance. It transcends the boundaries of conventional pedagogy by nurturing legal professionals equipped
എവിടെ
with
രാവിലെ
analytical equity, ethical clarity, and enduring commitment to justice.
Medical ethics and health law explore the delicate balance between medical practice, moral responsibilities, and legal accountability. From patient rights, informed consent, and confidentiality to issues of medical negligence, equitable access, and emerging challenges in the healthcare delivery. This field provides a framework to navigate complex situations with integrity and fairness. By understanding this principle, healthcare professionals and legal practitioners are better equipped to make decisions that protect patients, uphold professional standards, and ensure justice. And this seminar aims to shed light on these critical intersections and provide us with insights from distinguished experts whose expertise and knowledge will guide our understanding of both ethical and legal dimensions in healthcare. We hope that the discussion today will not only enrich our knowledge but also inspire practical approach to addressing the challenges in medical practice and health policy.
On behalf of the Kerala Law Academy Law College, it is my privilege to extend a warm welcome to the inaugural session of this seminar. Today, we are honored to have among us distinguished legal luminaries, eminent academicians, and respected faculty members whose presence truly elevates this occasion. Myself, Joycey Joy, along with my co-anchor Kirti BS, will be the student moderators for this inaugural session.
To set the tone for this academic journey, I now invite Girdavi Sir, Assistant Professor, the Kerala Law Academy Law College, to deliver the welcome address. Sir has been a guiding force in legal education, inspiring students with his passion for teaching and his in-depth understanding of the law. His commitment to academic excellence and student development make him a remarkable asset to the institution. From the bottom of my heart, I invite Sir to officially welcome our esteemed guests to this inaugural session. Sir, please.
Thank you, Kirti and Joycey. Very good morning to one and all present here. Respected Professor Dr. Bismi Gopalakrishnan Ma'am, the Registrar of Mahatma Gandhi University, Dr. Jyotis Samchandra Bakare Ma'am, Senior Professor and Director, School of Law, Savitribai Phule, Pune University, Professor Dr. Sarut Sharma Ma'am, Dean, School of Law, Presidency University, Advocate Nagaraj Narayanan Sir, the Director of Kerala Law Academy Law College, and Professor Anil Kumar K. Sir, Director, Administration, Students and Faculty Affairs, esteemed resource person, distinguished delegates, faculty conveners, student conveners, and my dear students. It is indeed a great honor and privilege for me to welcome you all to this momentous occasion, the inaugural session of the 26th International Seminar on the topic Medical Ethics and Health Law, organized by the Kerala Law Academy Law College in association with the Center for Advanced Legal Studies and Research Center, CULSA, and IQAC KLA. Today, as we gather to deliberate on one of the most critical issue of our era, the ethical, legal, and policy dimension of modern healthcare, we are reminded of the profound responsibility we bear as individual and institution in safeguarding not only the health of people but also the integrity of medical practice. This occasion is not merely an accident academic event, but a call to reflection and action, a moment of re-examine our approaches, strength of our ethical commitments, and shape a healthcare future that is just humane and inclusive. It is my utmost honor to extend a warm welcome to our distinguished guest, whose presence today adds immense value to this occasion. We are especially privileged to have with us Professor Dr. Bismi Gopalakrishnan Ma'am, the Registrar of Mahatma Gandhi University, Kottayam, and Professor and Head of School of Indian Legal Thought. With over 22 years of teaching experience, Ma'am has guided 9 PhD scholars, authored more than 40 research articles, and published pioneer working, including legal aspect of healthcare and hospital administration. She has been entrusted with significant law reform initiative by the Kerala Law Commission, and her expertise and spans healthcare laws, intellectual property rights, and public law, representing India as the sole participant in the U.S. Department of State's International Visitor Leadership Program on IPR protection. She has also been an instrumental in drafting key legislations, including the Kerala Public Health Bill and Model Bill for Emergency Medical Care. Ma'am, eagerly looking forward to your insight, which are sure to enrich our understanding and inspire action. We are equally honored to welcome Dr. Jyoti Shamsundar Bakare Ma'am, professors in the Department of Law at Savitri Bhai Phule Pune University. Ma'am is an eminent academician and researcher with over the 3 decades of her experience in legal education and practice. Her expertise spans health and corporate law, medical negligence, and health policy. She has served as an advocate, principal of law colleges, and mentor for numerous PhD and LLM scholars, while also contributing extensively to curriculum development. A prolific author, Ma'am has published widely at national and international levels and authored an Introduction to Health Law, a foundational work in health jurisprudence. With a rich scholarly record, including 8 journal articles, 2 books, 3 book chapters, and 12 conference proceedings, her research definitely spans topics like workplace sexual harassment, the convergence of law, science, and sustainable development, mental health, disability, and critical ethical issues in healthcare. Her radiant blend of academic insight and practical governance continues to shape legal education and policy in profound ways in making significant contribution to legal scholarship, policy making, and interdisciplinary education. Now, it's my privilege to welcome you, ma'am, to the session. We are deeply privileged to welcome Professor Dr. Saroj Sharma, ma'am, Dean of the School of Law of Presidency University, Bangalore. Ma'am is a seasoned academic leader with over 2 decades of experience, renowned for her expertise in legal research, academic leadership, and institutional development. A double gold medalist and recipient of the National Merit Scholarship from the JNV University, Jodhpur, she has guided numerous PhD scholars shaping future legal minds through rigorous mentorship. As director of Amity School of Law, Amity School, Rajasthan, she led the institution to feature in the Forbes Legal Power List 2022 among India's top 20 law schools. Recognized as one of the top 10 influential women leaders in the Indian education by the Higher Education Digest in 2021. Ma'am has been driving educational innovation at the national level since December 2020. Her roles in formulating the new educational policy, advancing open education resources, and participate in high-level governance bodies reflect her policy acumen. Now it's my privilege to welcome you, ma'am, to the session. Welcome. Now, It is my distinct pleasure to extend a warm welcome to Advocate Nagaraj Narayanan sir, Director, Kerala Law Academy Law College, and an esteemed member of the Bar Council of Kerala. Sir, your unwavering support and visionary leadership are integral to our mission. Guide us as we strive for excellence in our academic and social endeavors. Now, I would like to acknowledge Professor Anil Kumar Kesar, Director of Administration, Students and Faculty Affairs. Your commitment to fostering a nurturing environment for both students and faculty is essential in sustaining the spirit of academic excellence within our institution. Now, a heartfelt welcome is also extended to Professor Harindran Kesar, our esteemed principal. Your relentless dedication and insightful leadership serve as a source of inspiration, encouraging us to elevate our academic initiatives. Now we are also privileged to welcome Professor Anil Kumar G. Sir, Vice Principal of Kerala Law Academy. Your mentorship and commitment profoundly shaped the development of our students' community, and we are grateful for your impactful contribution. Now, it is indeed a great honor to have Professor Dr. Ajita Nair Elman, Head of the Department at KLA, with us today. Your academic contribution lay the essential foundation of our college, and we are truly appreciate of your efforts. Now, I would like to extend a warm greeting to Dr. Dakshina Saraswati ma'am, the Associate Professor and General Secretary of Kerala Law Academy Moot Court Society. Your support and guidance are invaluable to success of our events, and we are thankful for your commitment. Now, I am delighted to welcome Advocate Gayatri SP ma'am, Assistant Professor at Kerala Law Academy Law College. We are honored to have her with us today. Now, I would also like to express my sincere appreciation to the efforts of my fellow faculty conveners, Ms. Celine G. ma'am, Ms. Pulleri DR ma'am, for their meticulous planning and dedication to making this seminar a success. Let me also extend a very warm welcome to our respected faculty members and the student conveners, Susmita S. Nandita Pillai, B.S. Prarthana Karma, Rishikesh R.S., Sri Lakshmi R., Achut D. Baby for their tireless effort. Now, I extend a very warm welcome to the technical team and the vibrant student community. Your active participation makes events like this not just possible, but impactful. As we commence today's seminar on medical ethics and health law, may this session not only enhance your knowledge, but also deepen our understanding of the ethical and legal responsibility in healthcare. Let this be a platform where ideas are shared, discussions are thought provoking, and our commitment to ethical medical practice is strengthened. Once again, I extend a heartfelt welcome to one and all. One and all. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir, for those warm words. I take this opportunity to welcome you too, sir. Now, it is time to hear from a personality whose name is synonymous with academic brilliance, administrative leadership, and an unyielding commitment to the cause of legal education. Professor Dr. Bismi Gopalakrishnan, ma'am. Ma'am currently serves as the Registrar of Mahatma Gandhi University, Kottayam, and is also Professor and Head of the School of Indian Legal Thought. With over 22 years of teaching experience, she has guided 9 PhD scholars, produced over 40 research articles, authored pioneering books, including legal aspects of healthcare and hospital administration, and has been entrusted with significant law reform initiatives by the Kerala Law Commission. Her expertise spans healthcare laws, intellectual property rights, and public law. She has represented India as a sole participant in the US Department of State's International Visitor Leadership Program on IPR protection and has been instrumental in drafting key legislations such as the Kerala Public Health Bill and Model Bill for Emergency Medical Care. Ma'am, it's an honor to have you with us today. I now invite you to deliver the inaugural address.
Thank you. Most respected Advocate Nagaraj Narayan sir, the Director, Kerala Law Academy, Law College, the Chair of the session, Professor Dr. Jyoti Bakre ma'am, Senior Professor, University of Pune, most respected Professor Dr. Saroj Sharma ma'am, Dean, School of Law, Bengaluru, Professor Anil Kumar sir, Director, Administration, Law Academy, Professor Harindran K. Sir, Principal, Kerala Law Academy, Law College, Professor Anil Kumarji, Vice Principal, Kerala Law Academy, Law College, Professor Dr. Ajida Ma'am, HOD, Kerala Law Academy, Law College, dear Giridhar, dear Dakshina Saraswati, and all the esteemed faculties of Kerala Law Academy, Law College, and Kalsar, research scholars, UG and PG scholars of Kerala Law Academy, Law College, and all the dignitaries attending this conference, that is the 26th International Conference, organized by the most prestigious institution in Kerala. And I'm so happy that I'm being a part of this international seminar on medical law and ethics. Now, I just remember the quote of Immanuel Kant. In law, a man is guilty when he violates the rights of others. In ethics, he is guilty if he only thinks of doing so, unquote. So medical ethics and law are integral components. And this combination, actually, it ensures the health care is provided to the community with care and concern and compassion. Now, basically, this interaction, this interconnection provides certain standards for health professionals so that they discharge their duties with utmost care and consideration so that the basic rights of the needy is being taken care of. So it may be in the OP section, it may be in the IP division, it may be in the palliative care. But what is important is that giving care to the people, understanding their needs, ensuring their rights, and providing a care in a very compassionate manner. That's very important. So that is exactly the connection between medical ethics and medical law. So both are really in a very complementary nature. And for example, as researchers of law, as students of law, as teachers of law, we always say that law, it talks of rules, regulations, and it is developed to enforce the rights of the citizens. So we can just evaluate any medical law that is available for us, that we have scrutinized, that we have taught. But maybe the laws in field of drugs, maybe the laws in fields of breastfeeding, the laws in field of transplantation, the law in field of epidemics control, the law in field of public health, the law in field of ensuring that the medical equipments are actually equally distributed. So all these, talk about any laws, we can find that, yes, law has this particular attitude of ensuring that the rights are being protected. Now, ethics, on the other hand, it talks about morals, values, dignity, and integrity. So when we think of both medical law and medical ethics, so it gives a sort of guidance to the professionals, healthcare professionals. It gives a sort of guidance to the healthcare professionals, or it's a sort of aura of protection to the needy, also to all the stakeholders, that how the medical professionals do address them, how they speak to. ഞാൻ തിരിച്ചു വിളിക്കാം, ഞാൻ വിളിക്കാം. Now, how to speak, how to divulge informations to the people, whether it is about the good news or the bad news, how to crack the bad news. Then, for example, if it is a brainstem death, about transplantations, and how to share the already scarce medical resources. So all this. So it is a sort of guidance how to perform our duties, and how, when we are performing the duties, how we ensure the rights of the people and ensure that the golden principles of access, availability, and accessibility are being safeguarded throughout. So the concepts of autonomy, the concept of respect for the patient's rights, the fact that we have to do good to others, and there is a duty not to do bad to others, and the concept of justice, that we should treat all people with equally and with equitability. So this is there. So in this world where currently we can imagine anything, and that imagination comes into our forefront. For example, we have developed a lot of tools which are available for diagnosis, which makes every intervention possible as far as the medical treatment is concerned. Maybe 15 or 20 years before, we never had thought such interventions happening. We are now talking about robotics and AI in a very casual manner as far as medical field is concerned. So these innovations, inventions are there in reality. So when more and more innovations comes into forefront, the thing is that we have to ensure that all this is affordable, and the decision making respects the rights of the people. So we're talking about back-to-back lung transplantations. We're talking about innovations in sleep medicines. We are making really a lot of changes as far as the organ transplantation is concerned. I'm just pointing out one particular area. So organ transplantation, just imagine the sort of miracles that happened in the organ transplantation field. So the treatment of end-stage patients, and the innovations that has happened in the organ transplantation. For example, it has definitely improved the quality of the people. It has made innovations in the surgical methods. It has made newer drugs, so that the organ rejection has been brought down to the ground zero. And again, the latest advancements made in the cold storage and preservation techniques, and again the detection of the problems on a very right time. So all this, just I'm just when I talk of just one particular field, understand that there is a lot of explosion that is happening in this particular field as well as others. So right from a patient who comes before a health personnel, it's not health personnel doesn't mean it's only the doctor, it's the entire section of people who provides us healthcare. So when a person visits, take its first step into the OP or the IP service, the fact is that all his this the integrity and the respect and the autonomy and the beneficence must be safeguarded. So ethical considerations many a time exceed the law, because especially when we talk of ethics, it goes beyond the purview of law. So and it always enforces the sort of trust between the health provider and the person who actually needs the care. So basically, the present innovations, the present contemporary days, it gives a lot of challenges for the ethical considerations to be fulfilled in its total. And the law, definitely, it must be seen as an effectively ensuring that the ethical care and the trust is there, the commitment is there, and the compassionate care is there, so that when we have trust, commitment, and compassionate care, we are also protecting the rights of the patients, the rights of the bystanders, and the rights of the people at large. So, international seminar like this definitely will address all these new challenges and ensure that always the right to health of the people, the right is this particular right is being ensured. So all the very best to all the people who are to the dignitaries of this seminar, the paper presenters, the chairs, so that we can move ahead and make solutions or think of solutions so that we can march ahead. So marching ahead by ensuring justice to one and all. All the very best and thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your insightful words. We are equally privileged to welcome Dr. Jyoti Shamsundar Bakare, ma'am, Professor, Department of Law, University of Law, Pune, an eminent academician and a researcher whose expertise has greatly influenced the legal education landscape. She serves as a professor of law at Savitribai Phule Pune University, specializing in health and corporate law. With over 3 decades of experience, she has practiced as an advocate, served as a principal of law college, guided PhD and LLM research, and designed academic curricula. She has extensive expertise in medical negligence, health policy, and corporate law, serving on multiple ethics, adversary, and legal commitments. A prolific author and a researcher, she has published widely at international, national, and state level, authored an introduction to health law, and contributed significantly to legal scholarship, policy making, and interdisciplinary legal education. Now, I request ma'am to deliver the presidential address. Ma'am, please.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Kirti, for such a kind introduction. And at the outset, I would like to thank the organizers, especially Advocate Nagaraj Narayanan, then the faculty and the director of this institute for having invited me to have a dialogue with the students, scholars, eminent academicians, professionals who have gathered for such a wonderful dialogue on medical ethics and law. I would certainly like to appreciate that when the time actually demands such a kind of dialogue, a very right platform is chosen by the organizers to gather all such legal luminaries for having such kind of thing. I would also like to rather appreciate what my earlier speaker, Professor Dr. Bismi Gopalakrishnan, has very rightly pointed out in her inaugural speech. And I would like to rather say that after such an erudite speaker, I am given the opportunity to say something on that, and then I think that this is really a challenging one. So, of course, that's always interesting as well. So, a very good morning to one and all. Professor Dr. Bismi Gopalakrishnan, Professor Dr. Saroj Sharma, Mr. Giridhar, Ms. Gayatri, Dr. Dakshina, and one and all who are gathered here on this platform. Basically, medical ethics, law, and human rights are very much linked with each other. How? That everybody knows. Because the dynamics between ethics and law is so interwoven that the law has to have a basis of the ethical principles. Without having that basis, the law will not survive. That rather, the law will not be acceptable to the society. And that's why how to implement these contemporary ethical principles by examining the difference between various ideas, which are basically duties based, is a very challenging task. We live in the era where we find that the people speak in terms of rights based approach. But when we look at ethics, more and more ethical principles look by way of duty based approach. And especially in the area of medical ethics, this duty based approach means a lot. Before going into the discussion on any of the issues relating to medical ethics, I would like to bring to your attention some of our experiences, especially that we have gone during the COVID-19 experience. We know that when vaccine was actually invented, the question was about to whom that will be available, how will that be available, and with what price that will be available. We have seen the developed countries making a huge storage of such vaccines for those who would afford. But the question was about the third world countries and the underdeveloped countries where the vaccine was not available. India developed its own approach towards handling this and then distributed the vaccine to all those who were in need. It was not sufficient for Indian population. In spite of that, we actually distributed this vaccine to the world, especially to the countries where there was need and who could not afford. So this itself shows how in public health care we applied ethics. It was also the question during that time about the availability of the beds in ICUs. It was also the question about the availability of remdesivir and how that is to be distributed to whom. So all such questions actually needed medical decision making based on ethics. And where does this ethics come from? Ethics comes again from duty based approach. I would give another example because after all we can understand this by way of examples, especially in the end of life decisions, as has very been rightly pointed out by Bismi ma'am. A woman is in a persistent vegetative state, PVS. She is a married woman having estranged relations with the husband. She was about to file a divorce petition in the court. She meets with an accident and then she is admitted into the ICU. She is kept on ventilator. The question is how long she should be kept on ventilator. The parents are of view that she should not suffer from pain, because how long she should suffer from pain, that is having no answer. Whereas the husband says that she should be kept on ventilator with a hope that tomorrow sometime she will recover and will think over again about uh, having life with him. Now whose decision is to be prevailed? Because these are two different opinions. And what should the medical men do? This is the question. Law does not give answer to such questions. Like this, there are a number of issues that actually the medical men come across, the medical professionals come across, where the law does not give answer. With the development of science and technology, it gives rise to so many such issues, because after all, science and technology is meant for betterment of human being. But when this betterment is to be brought by way of technology, it is a double-edged weapon. It may go in the hands of good people, it may go in the hands of the bad people who have bad intentions to use this technology for their own evil intentions. So what is to be done in such a situation? The law will not develop with the pace with which the technology develops or science develops. So in such a situation where the law does not exist, how the situation is to be handled is a question. And in such a situation, the ethical principles come to help. Because after all, these principles are more or less universal. I know that there is difference between law and morality. Because after all, ethics is a set of moral principles and a code of behavior that govern an individual's actions with other individuals and within the society. And morality is what people believe to be right or good, while ethics is a critical reflection about morality. And based upon all these things, now a very well developed branch is taken for study as an interdisciplinary branch of study, that is bioethics, and medical ethics is a subset of it, that thinks about various moral issues and problems that have arisen as a result of modern medicine and medical research. The examples that I give can fit into that kind of category. For example, should a parent have a right to refuse immunization for his or her child? Because after all, the child is not in a position to decide. So if the parents exercise their right on behalf of such children, whether that will be a right thing or wrong thing, if it is said yes, then the question about morality, for example, about abortion arises. Recently in US elections, when Mr. Donald Trump was elected, there was a good debate going on between pro-life and pro-choice. And that was one of the key points of discussions during that election process. This is based on, again, medical ethics. Whose right will prevail? Whether the mother who wants to go for pro-choice or the right of the unborn child when it is his right to life. Because after all, this is not directly given in many of the jurisdictions about whose right will prevail. What is the ethics lying behind it? Again, the question about public safety. Does public safety supersedes an individual right? And so on. So many are such questions that are unanswered. Should the children with serious birth defects be kept alive? Should a woman be allowed to go for such kinds of choices? May it be with contraception, may it be with abortion. Should terrorists be tortured to get information, possibly by saving hundreds of lives by using some kinds of tests, may it be narco-analysis, may it be some other kind of test? Should healthcare workers be required to receive smallpox vaccination and so on? Like organ transplantation also, man has talked about it. And based upon these things, various theories have been developed. It may be deontology, it may be, which is a duty-based approach, it may be consequentialism, theory of consequentialism, which speaks about actions, virtue ethics, and so on. In modern context, if we see, there is an approach which is called as theory of principlism, which is based on the thought that is being developed by Tom Beauchamp and James Sheldress. It speaks about four principles under this theory. Its first is autonomy, next is beneficence, then is non-beneficence, and the last one is justice. We speak a lot about right to privacy, right to consent, or this is based on the principle of autonomy. Ma'am earlier talked about beneficence. What we are doing should be for the benefit of those who need it. And next is non-beneficence, at least do no harm. And when you follow all these principles, it should ultimately lead to justice. So based upon these things, the medical ethics thinks that the medical decision making should be arrived at. We also talk about utilitarian ethics, greatest good for the largest number of people. If the greatest good for the largest number of people is to be achieved, what about those who are in minority? It may be sexual minority, it may be the minority where it is said, now I gave the example about the children with congenital birth defects. Should they be allowed to survive? Should they be allowed to exist? These were the questions of 20th century. With development of human rights jurisprudence, when we say that it is the right to live for every human being, we have moved from that kind of approach, that is the utilitarian ethics approach, to the principlism approach, which is the basis of overall human rights jurisprudence. Like this, so much is developed that when the law does not exist, we need to base our thought process, medical decision making on overall these ethical principles. Now, in modern context, there are many issues, like say what happens with clinical trials when new drugs or devices are brought into the business. Enhancing technologies, especially with medical biotechnology coming up very fast, enhancing technologies that may be with enhancing the capacity of the brain, enhancing the capacity of the organs, such kinds of things have very much ethical issues associated with that. It may be stem cell research, cloning, chimera, genetics, gene therapy, and so on. People talk about designer baby concept. People talk about genetic surveillance. All such things are not directly governed by law, but there are so many ethical issues associated with that. How are they to be handled? Medical ethics can be a very good basis of it. I hope that in today's discussion, people will speak and have deliberations on various such kinds of topics. I give one example. In late 90s, a human genome project was conducted in USA. It was started somewhere in 1990 and was completed in 2003. Now, with this human genome, it was a signature project. And when this project was being continued, there was leakage of data. And what happened? Because after all, it was the DNA sequencing that was stored in a particular project. When this came out, there was havoc because many insurance companies denied the claims or even denied the proposals, thinking that the person is going to have serious defect and he is going to die at a particular age with particular disease. Not just that, many marriages were called off because the other one can know, the partner, prospective partner could know what is the likely to be disease that is going to occur at a particular stage of life to the particular person. Now, how disastrous this is. And as this was going on in a very serious way, in 2008, GINA Act came to be, sorry, that came to be passed in US jurisdiction. And based upon this, now genetic discrimination, health disparities, human rights issues, and all such things came forward. The informed consent doctrine, that was the outcome of Nuremberg trial after Second World War, is after all the gift of this medical ethics approach towards the whole human rights jurisprudence. There are many issues relating to intellectual properties, whether a particular body part can be a subject matter of being owned. When I am saying body part, it may be the egg, it may be the sperm, it may be the embryos, and it may be anything. When the people derive some kinds of benefit, you might have heard about Moore's case, where a particular stem line was developed by a doctor scientist by using the cancerous cells of the patient. He got a patent on that, and the patient claimed for benefit arising out of that patent. It was denied in USA. That is a very landmark judgment the students can study. So like this, there are a number of issues that the students can and the scholars can study. And with all such unaddressed issues, I think this discussion will go on ahead. So at the end, I would like to say that this discussion will be very helpful if the organizers could bring some proceedings as the outcome of this seminar. We would really appreciate, and I request if that comes, please do share with us. And with this, I wish all the best to the whole team for having organized such a kind of seminar, and it would really be a success. So once again, I thank all of you for giving a patient listening to me and for having invited me for such kind of discussion. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your enlightening words and invaluable insights. Now, we have the most esteemed presence of Professor Dr. Saroj Sharma, ma'am, Dean, School of Law, Presidency University, Bangalore. Ma'am is a seasoned academic leader with over 2 decades of experience in higher education, renowned for her expertise in legal research, academic leadership, and institutional development. A double gold medalist in law, and recipient of the National Merit Scholarship from JNV University, Jodhpur, ma'am has consistently demonstrated a commitment to academic excellence. Ma'am has guided 7 PhD scholars to completion, with several more under her mentorship, shaping future legal minds through rigorous research guidance. As director of Amity Law School, ma'am has led the institution to be featured in the Forbes Legal Power List 2020 among India's top law schools. Recognized as one of the top 10 influential women leaders in Indian education by Higher Education Digest, ma'am is widely sought after as a speaker, judge, and expert examiner. Ma'am's visionary leadership continues to elevate legal education, fostering innovation, inclusivity, and academic distinction. I'm deeply privileged to invite ma'am for the special address. Ma'am, please.
Thanks for the generous introduction, Ms. Joycey. It's been really kind for you to elaborately explain my entire profile. So, a very good morning to all the respected dignitaries, Professor Bismi, Professor Jyoti, and all the distinguished colleagues, faculty members, dear students, and the participants. At the outset, I would like to congratulate the entire organizing team for this international seminar on medical ethics and health law. Indeed, it's an honor to be part of it. And knowing the Kerala Law Academy, that since its establishment in 1966, if I'm correct, the Academy has been a beacon for the legal scholarship, nurturing the generations of the lawyers and the researchers committed to the social justice. Today, once again, it brings together the right community, that is the students, the scholars, the practitioners, and the policymakers to debate, reflect, and reform. It was wonderful to listen to the previous two speakers. They have elaborately talked about the various challenges into the health law and how does it conflicts with the medical ethics. And elaborative cases have been discussed by Dr. Jyoti also. So I would not be re-emphasizing onto that. Rather, I would like to crisply talk about the changing health care landscape over the years. I would like to cite certain prominent judgments into the India with regard to the healthcare. What is the global perspective onto the same? What are global developments which have been happening? And crisply about what are the reflections and what would be my suggestions for the same. So when we talk about the changing health care landscape, as been correctly stated by Dr. Jyoti also, that the past decade, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic, it has reminded us that the healthcare is not just a service, but it's a human right. Medical professionals, they stood as a frontiers during the COVID-19, but yet simultaneously we saw a pressing challenges at that point of time. We have experienced the shortage into the healthcare access, the rising concerns about the medical negligence, ethical dilemma into the end of life care, and the moral questions through surrounding vaccination mandates and the patient privacy in the digital age. Law and ethics must work hand in hand with medical science, which is what I believe. For every technological breakthrough, let it be through an AI in surgery, generic engineering, or telemedicine, there must be a framework of accountability that safeguards both the innovation and human dignity, which has also been emphasized by Professor Bismi in her session. There have been a landmark judgments in India. I would like to cite them so that you can understand that the courts have been the two architects of the health laws. You all have been aware of this Indian Medical Association case, which has been delivered by the Supreme Court in 1995, where the Supreme Court held that the medical services fall within the Consumer Protection Act, giving the patients the remedies against the negligence. Then there was a judgment of the Common Cause in 2018, where the court recognized the passive euthanasia and the advance directives, affirming the dignity in end-of-life decisions. And most recently, if I've heard about in 2025, there has been judgment of Dr. Tanvi Behel versus Shreya Goyal, if I remember correctly. The court has struck down the domicile-based reservations in the postgraduate medical admissions, reaffirming that equality under Article 14 of Indian Constitutions and placing the merit at the heart of the medical education. Now, these various judgments from 1995 to 2025, which I have cited, these remind us that the health law is not abstract. It is a constitutional morality, which has been translated into everyday health care. Now, when we talk about the global outlook, across the world, jurisprudence and policies are evolving. If you've heard about the UK judgment of Montgomery case in 2015, which has shifted the medical consent from doctor-centric to the patient-centric, a doctrine now influencing the practice worldwide, and that was also debated in our euthanasia matters in India too. In Europe, in AI Act and the European Health Data Space, which are the recent in 2025, they have been done, have created a new standards for algorithmic accountability and the patient data rights. In this digital era, we need to take care that the patient's data rights are being protected. At the multilateral level, the WHO pandemic agreement, which has also happened in 2025, and the IHR amendments, which has happened in 2024, these are reshaping the global health governances. They are placing the preparedness, the equity, and the cooperation at the center of the future health emergencies. These developments remind us that the medical ethics and the health laws are no longer domestic concerns alone. There is need to have a shared international responsibilities These health laws cannot work in isolations. So this is something which is to be deliberated in this international seminar. I have few reflections for the participants, like what lessons we have learned over the years through these developments and what this carry for us here. Firstly, I believe that there should be a human dignity to be centralized, whether it is consent, reproductive rights, organ transplantation. Justice is measured by how well the law protects human agency and dignity. The many cases, I won't like to repeat it the same way Dr. Jyoti has highlighted in her session. The second is about the power of interdisciplinary collaborations. Lawyers cannot resolve these questions in isolations, neither can the doctors, the policymakers, or these ethicists. Solutions will emerge only when all the perspectives merge together, legally sound, ethically grounded, and socially relevant. This very seminar, I believe, will, with its derive some things which I've gone through the brochure. It embodies that spirit. And I believe that there would be good deliberations on the different topics. Thirdly, there is a need for call for the future leaderships. All the participants among this entire group of international seminar, the students and the young scholars, you are the next generations of thought leaders. Your research, your courage to question the precedents, and your innovations proposals will shape the architect of the tomorrow's health law. You are the future of the country. I believe we are in a very noble profession as an academicians. And I always tell to my all faculty members also that we are not in these professions to be the millionaires or the trillionaires, but we are here to touch the human lives. We are here to touch and talk about and be the facilitators about all the recent contemporary changes, and healthcare is one of them. So it's very important for us to introspect, to talk about the healthcares in this in digital era, in the AI generations. So from where do we go from here? Let me suggest 3 directions as per my understanding. Maybe there are other experts also who can talk and deliberate onto the same. We need to go from rights to implementations. The right to health, which has been given to us under Article 21, must be backed by the enforceable statutory mechanism. Like I would talk about the transparency into the pricing, the mandatory stocking of essential medicines, the accountability system, which I talked about, that convert the judicial promises into the real entitlements. So we need to really talk about it, how these can be done, protecting our constitutional right of Article 21 and protecting the rights of all the patients. Second, a way forward directions from my side would be from negligence to accountability. Courts have, in multiple decisions, has said that not every adverse outcome is in negligence. We must evolve towards a system that encourages the disclosures, fair compensation, and continuous learning, balancing protection for the patients with trust for the medical professionals. Now, it's very important that this trust building has to be there between the patients and the medicines. We always say after the court, the person believes the most is the doctor, because they are the ones who actually safeguards them from the very crucial death and life situations. The third, that we need to move from the national to the global standards. As an AI as artificial intelligence, generic medicines, cross-border care expansions, Indian law must harmonize with the emerging global frameworks, while upholding our own constitutional commitments of equality, equity, and dignity. So I would like to state that this Kerala Law Academy has curated a rich spread of themes, as we have seen in the brochures. They have talked about the reproductive rights, medical tourism, cybersecurity in health records, pharmaceutical patents. Each of these carries the immense social stakes. The seminar should not be seen as mere forum for the presentation, but I believe as a laboratory for the solutions, where a model builds draft rules, consent protocols, sandbox frameworks, and an institution checklist can be prepared by the organizers, taking input from all the participants. What are they going to present in this international seminar? Let us all remember that when law and ethics work together, healthcare is transformed. It ceases to be just a service. It becomes a promise of justice, dignity, and humanity. So with this short whatever as I feel onto the topic, I have shared with you. I would like to once again congratulate the Kerala Law Academy for convening such a vital conversation. And I wish all the participants to courage to carry forward your insights into the legislations or maybe to the courtrooms, policy reforms, and ultimately into the lives of all the individuals. Thank you so very much. My special thanks goes to Ms. Dakshina for contacting me and giving me an opportunity to interact with all the future leaders here and the people who are so progressive in their thought process. So thank you so very much for having me here.
Thank you, ma'am, for your insightful words. Gratitude is the fairest blossom that springs from the soul. At this juncture, it's my privilege to express a heartfelt thanks to our esteemed guest and everyone who contributed to making this inaugural session a success. To formally convey our appreciation, I'm pleased to invite Gayatri S.B. Ma'am, Assistant Professor at the Kerala Academy Law College, an outstanding academician and a dedicated educator. Ma'am has been an integral part of Kerala Academy, inspiring students and faculty alike through her commitment, guidance, and scholarly insight. She will now propose the vote of thanks and acknowledge the invaluable contribution of our distinguished guests and all those who made the seminar possible. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Gurti. Good morning to all. Respected Professor Dr. Bismi Gopalakrishnan Ma'am, Register, Mahatma Gandhi University, Dr. Jyoti Shamsundar Bakre Ma'am, Senior Professor and Director, School of Law, Savitribai Phule, Pune University, Professor Dr. Saroj Sharma Ma'am, Dean, School of Law, Presidency University, Advocate Nagraj Narayanan Sir, Director, the Kerala Law Academy Law College, Professor Anil Kumar K. Sir, Director, Administration, Students and Faculty Affairs, esteemed resource persons, distinguished delegates, faculty conveners, student conveners, and dear students. It is indeed a great honor and privilege for me to deliver the vote of thanks on this momentous occasion of the 26th International Seminar on Medical Ethics and Health Law, organized by the Kerala Law Academy Law College in association with the Center for Advanced Legal Studies and Research and I2ACK. At the outset, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest, Professor Dr. Bismi Gopalakrishnan Ma'am, for gracing this occasion with your presence and delivering such an inspiring inaugural address. Your words have set the perfect tone for this seminar by reminding us of the critical intersection of law, ethics, and healthcare in the modern world. Your extensive experience in health law, policy making, and legal education has not only enlightened us, but also motivated us to think deeply about the responsibilities and challenges in this field. Thank you, ma'am. And now I express my deep appreciation to Dr. Jyoti Shamsundar Bakre Ma'am for your insightful presidential efforts. Your thoughts on the ethical and legal complexities of healthcare have enriched our understanding and will surely guide the discussion to follow. Your scholarly contributions and practical experience in health and corporate law have added immense value to this seminar, providing us with both academic rigor and real-world relevance. Thank you so much, ma'am. A special word of thanks to Professor Dr. Saroj Sharma Ma'am for the special address, which brought fresh perspectives on global health governance and the need for interdisciplinary collaboration on this vital field. Your visionary leadership in education and policy making has inspired us to pursue innovative approaches and embrace collaborative solutions in healthcare law and ethics. The examples and insights you shared will remain a guiding reference for us beyond the seminar. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to Advocate Nagraj Narayanan sir, whose multifaceted role as the Director of Kerala Law Academy Law College and member Bar Council of Kerala has been a source of inspiration for all. Sir, your support and encouragement have been instrumental in our journey. We are truly indebted to you for being our pillar of strength. Next, I take this opportunity to thank Professor K. Anil Kumar sir, Director, Administration, Students and Faculty Affairs, for being the driving force behind our institution's success. Your unwavering commitment to academic and extracurricular excellence is truly commendable. Thank you so much, sir. Now, we express our sincerest appreciation to Professor Harindran K. Sir, our principal, for his consistent inspiration and guidance in all academic activities at the institution. I am rendering a sincere thanks to Harindran Sir from the bottom of my heart. To Professor Anil Kumar Ji, Sir, Vice Principal, Kerala Academy Law College, we extend our thanks for your constant support and mentorship. Your guidance has been instrumental in the success of this event. Now, I would also like to extend our heartfelt thanks to Professor Dr. Ajda Nair Elma, Head of the Department, whose profound wisdom and guidance have been instrumental in bringing the vision of this event fruitful. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your contributions. Now, we are truly indebted to Dr. Dakshina Saraswati, ma'am, Associate Professor and General Secretary of Kerala Mood Court Society, for your unwavering support and dedication to both our college and the students. Your invaluable contributions are sincerely appreciated, ma'am. Now, I would also like to express my sincere appreciation to Advocate Giridhar sir, Assistant Professor, Kerala Law Academy Law College, for his thoughtful and inspiring welcome address, which set the tone for today's deliberation. Thank you, sir. I gratefully acknowledge the efforts of my fellow faculty conveners, Ms. Selin G. Ma'am and Ms. Pulleri D.R. Ma'am, for their meticulous planning and dedication for making this seminar a success. A special thanks to our IT team, whose silent yet tireless efforts have ensured that every technical aspect runs smoothly. Your work behind the scenes is truly the backbone of every event. I also wish to place on record my appreciation for our student moderator, Ms. Joycey Joy and Ms. Kirti B.S., whose confident and seamless coordination have added grace and professionalism to this inaugural session. To our student conveners and the entire organizing team, your enthusiasm, tireless efforts, and attention to detail have made today's seamless execution possible. Finally, to all the distinguished speakers, participants, and attendees, thank you for your active involvement and valuable contributions. Your presence reaffirms the importance of dialogue and collaboration in addressing the present ethical and legal issues in healthcare. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your kind words. And I also take this moment to extend my gratitude to you too, ma'am. With that, we conclude the inaugural session. It's an honor to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Advocate Nagaraj Narayanan Sir, Director, Kerala Law Academy, and a distinguished member of the Bar Council of Kerala for gracing this occasion with your esteemed presence. Sir, your guidance has been instrumental in making this event possible, and we are truly grateful for your unwavering support. Now, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Professor Anil Kumar K. Sir, Director, Administration, Students and Faculty Affairs, the Kerala Law Academy Law College, whose steadfast dedication and inspiring leadership have played a pivotal role in propelling the institution to extraordinary heights of excellence. And also, I am truly honored to extend my gratitude to Professor Harindran K. Sir, Principal, Kerala Law Academy Law College, Professor Anil Kumar G. Sir, Vice Principal, Kerala Law Academy Law College, Professor Dr. Ajita Nair L. Ma'am, Head of the Department, Kerala Law Academy Law College, Dr. Dakshina Saraswati Ma'am, Associate Professor and General Secretary, Kerala Law Academy Moot Court Society, for your unwavering support.
Subsequently, I would also like to offer my deepest gratitude to our faculty conveners, Girdhavi Sir, Gayatri S.B. Ma'am, Selin G. Ma'am, and Pulri D.R. Ma'am, Assistant Professors, the Kerala Academy Law College, for their meticulous planning and dedication to make this seminar a success. We also extend our heartfelt thanks to our diligent student conveners. Your enthusiasm is the essence of this event success. A special appreciation to our incredible IT team, technical staff, non-teaching staff, participants, and for their tireless effort in making this event a resounding triumph. On behalf of the Kerala Academy Law College, I extend warmest wishes to each and everyone for continued success and excellence in all your future pursuits. I hope all the participants were able to relish each moment of this event to the fullest. Last but definitely not least, I thank each one of you present here for your kind cooperation. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day ahead. This is Kirti BS along with my co-anchor Joycey Joy signing off. Thank you.